Now you had the pleasure of Andrew Ryan's company. He's the one who built this place, and he's the one who ran it into the ground. Nobody knows exactly what happened. Maybe he went mad. Maybe the power got to him. Maybe he just decided he didn't like people. Whichever way you slice it, good men died. My family's in a submarine hidden in the foundation of Fontaine Fisheries. I'll meet you there.
Install some kind of genetic device into the thing, so only Ryan and his inner circle will be able to use them without dispensation. But the boys tell me the keys are pretty unreliable. Sisters, cousins, anybody in the ballpark genetically will be able to come and go as they see fit.
shown kindness to my little one.
Thank you.
But are you really a friend to us?
Thank you for
Regardless,
helping
a little one brings you a gift to demonstrate our appreciation.
You will have to fight me for her! Time for a nap, sweet angel.
Light up foes to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spreads.
All these parasites want a piece of this place. Listen to me!
Mr. Ryan asked me personally to make this clear to you. You give us Fontaine and this whole filthy ring of yours, and you'll be knocking back pints up at the Fighting McDonald's. But if you prefer to play the mule, we'll treat you like a mule. Give him a taste, Patrick. What's that? Change of heart, Timmy? Timmy? Ready to talk now?
Go on, Go on and do your dirty.
Who can blame a lady?
Whatever Ryan thinks he can do to me, Fontaine can do double!
And one day the gentlemen stop calling.
Atlas radioed on ahead. Says you were looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if you heads up to the Wharf Master's office and find old Peach on research camera, maybe I could manage an invite. Well, what was that?
What are you?
My friend, you are fucked.
You almost had me. I'm setting something first. From
Look on your belt. You'll find something to keep you alive. Now, go get that camera, and then snapshots of those that crawls on the ceiling. Then I'll let you into the fisheries. Just remember, sonny friend, I smell an ounce of Fontaine on you, and I'll have you in a box. Give you the lunch. My God, just say so.
ghosts. Fontaine's dead, and everybody knows it. In the ground for months, and half the place still jumping at his shadow. Christ, even Ryan. You never mind all that. We got work to do. Seems like old Peach knows where to find a research camera. He seems a decent enough sort. No doubt he'll wait until after you've done his errands to stick a shiv in your mouth.
Something must be done about Fontaine. While I was buying buildings and fish futures, he was cornering the market on genotypes and nucleotide sequences. Rapture is transforming before my eyes. The great chain is pulling away from me. Perhaps it's time to give it a hunt.
On the docks today. This surprised me because his hands were crippled during the war. He was unloading the barge the other day when he was bitten from the sea slug. He woke up the next morning and he found he could move his fingers for the first time in years. I asked him if he still had that sea slug. As luck would have it, he did.
Think you can trick me?
I saw one of the smugglers having a game of catching on the docks today. This surprised me because his hands were crippled during the war. He was unloading the barge the other day when he was bitten from the sea slug. He woke up the next morning and he found he could move his fingers for the first time in years. I asked him if he still had that sea slug. As luck would have it, he did.
Now the eggs are in the scramble. We picked up Timmy Ace right after midnight. Either Ryan will be taking down Fontaine, or Fontaine will be taking down Ryan. We'll be interviewing Timmy in Fontaine Fisheries. If you're up for entertainment, the code's 53-8.
darling Masha, we don't know what has happened to you. Ryan's men have taken you away and said you are needed to save Rapture. Who needs a child to save a city? But I see these little girls crawling out of these vents, and I only wonder if you might one day crawl out of this vent and find this note. We look for you, but if you find this, come to us. It's a Fighting McDonald's in room number 7. The code to our room is 7533. We miss you, our darling child.
This Fontaine fellow is somebody to watch. Once he was just a menace, to be convicted and hung. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of hoodlum. The kind with vision.
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
The research camera looks just like one you'd see topside. According to this magazine article I scrounged up, it can also analyze genetic information, parse biological structures, lots of other $5 words.
here. I just enforced them. But I didn't come to Rapture to string men up for running contraband. If Ryan and his crew have their law, then they can have my badge.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so.
Got the camera. Now get me some snaps on those spiders, face, and don't come back down here till you've got my research.
Hey.
Huh?
I'm on to you.
This little sea slug has come along and glued together all the crazy ideas I've had since the war. It doesn't just heal damaged cells, it resurrects them. I can bend the double helix. Black can be reborn white, tall, short, weak, strong. But the slugs alone are not enough. I'll need money. And one other thing.
Bienvenido al Moranito. Muchas gracias, señor.
If things weren't bad enough. You have the research camera? Good. Guess it's time to get to work for old Peachy. Take the man's pictures, and let's get the hell out of this place. If things weren't bad enough, it seems that even our water system's run a leak. Yep, that's right. The irrigation system in Arcadia is taking on seawater. I told Mr. Ryan when we were building this place, either you build her like a bathtub, or she's gonna turn into a sewer. No, McDonough, he said. We're not gonna build no bathtub. We're gonna build Eden.
As the respectable labs have all turned me away, I have turned to Fontaine's smugglers in Port Neptune for supplies. Fontaine's men are pigs. They spit, they stink. But they deliver, and they don't ask questions. They're all terrified of Fontaine. He reminds me a bit of the Germans. So efficient. It wouldn't surprise me if he were soon running things down here.
The death penalty and rapture. Council's in an uproar. Right, streets, they say. But this is the time for leadership. Action must be taken against the smugglers. Contempt of service exposes rapture to the very parasites we fled from. We've stretched necks for a small price to pay for our deals.
Welcome to the circus of...
Hold it! I will execute judgments upon...
Right.
I met Ryan the day me and the lads were installing the boat. The thought of me wife and child hiding in that filthy submarine makes me blood boil. Help me get them to safety and I'll be in your debt for life.
Ryan, the day me and the lads were installing past the plumbing up on Avenue East. Wait, says he. What's with all the brass fittings? General contractor had me down for the hit. Well, I says, I suppose it's the contractor then who'll be bailing out your loo once a fortnight, is it? If it's price you're worried about, I'll be picking up the brass, so not to worry, Squire. And why would you be doing that, says he? Well, Mr. Ryan, profit or not, no man bells water out of privies built by Bill McDonough. Next day I finds out I'm Ryan's new general contractor.
I suppose. Mr.
Rapture's changing, but Ryan can't see the wolves in the woods. This Fontaine fella, he's a crook and a proper tea leaf, but he's got the Adam, and that makes him the governor. He's sinking the profits back into bigger and better plasmids, building them Fontaine poorhouses, or like Fontaine recruiting centres. Before we know it, bloke's gonna have an army of splicers. And we're gonna have ourselves a whole heap of miseries.
I'm closing in on the whole ring. I'd pat myself on the back, but let's face it, these aren't exactly bloodthirsty desperados we're talking about. Rapture's full of poets, artists, tennis players on hired gorillas. But this leader, there's this Fontaine. He seems to know his way around the grift. He keeps his nose clean, but not so clean. The right people don't know he's not to be trifled with.
Diane, my dear, I'm sorry, but I'll be late again tonight. Rosenberg is demanding to speak about this Fontaine. I'm trying to build a proper financial market, and this idiot keeps going on about this. Genetic modification, that. I'll go spend an hour pretending to pay attention to the poor fellow and be home as soon as I can.
Here to visit the scum of the earth! Heretics! Oh! Run!
That should have been done. Head on back to Fontaine Fisheries when you're ready, would you kindly?
I've turned away.
Come on, the boys have known and I've
today. We barely recognize her. That's her, Sam said. You're crazy, I told him. That's it? That is our Masha? But he was right. She was drawing blood out of a corpse by Fontaine Fisheries. And then when she was done, she walked off hand in hand with one of those awful predators. Masha!
Diane, my dear, I'm sorry, but I'll be late again tonight. Rosenberg is demanding to speak about this Fontaine. I'm trying to build a proper financial market, and this idiot keeps going on about this, genetic modification, that. I'll go spend an hour pretending to pay attention to the poor fellow and be home as soon as I can. Andre.
Mr. Ryan, I believe in Rapture, but that doesn't mean we always win. Fontaine Futuristics is the biggest thing going in Rapture, so let me be plain. When we arrest that tow rag Fontaine for his thieving and smuggling, we must make it clear that we won't touch his business interests. We sit on the council because these poor sods trust us, not because God gave us a check.
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
The smuggler It is your duty to report the smuggler.
She wife Moira. She's a right pain in the neck. But she's a beauty. She means the world to me. But I can't help feel God punishing me for bringing her and Patrick to this place. I thought this would be a better life for us. Can you imagine a bigger fool than that?
You saved me.
Are you afraid of me?
I'll do what you say.
Why so down?
I don't know. I guess I just don't know how I feel about that, sister.
Freeze your enemies. Shatter them into 1,000 pieces.
Research them up right. Come on in and show us those snappies.
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
Brat didn't get himself at. You got something from me and my crew? Or are you just looking to get criticized? You set here a spell. I needs to set on some coffee. Maybe put on silverware and the like.
Before you head into the fisheries, a word to the wise. Old Peachy seems about as straight as a dog's hind leg. You keep your eyes open.
Nobody walks into my swampy area tight. Put your weapons in the pneumo, and then I'll let you in.
your plasmids away now, can he?
Boss wriggled out of hell. He done told the devil he'd be right back. And the devil says, "Sure thing, Mr. Fontaine. I'll hold you a spot." Ryan promised Fontaine was dust, and now here you are doing his dirty. I guess that makes Ryan a bum, and you a...
I got my eye on all of them. Atlas! He was ours! Ours! I said you spoiled!
More than likely the engine's will be hit. Better to keep the coppers off the scent.
Nothing.
Fontaine's putting the screws on us, and double. He's squeezing us out of 80 points of our cut with the threat of turning us into Ryan if we don't play ball. Son of a bitch. Sammy G comes and tells me he's thinking of going to the constable. And the next day, Sammy G was found in a sack in a salt pond. We had no choice here. We stay on Fontaine's crew and we're gonna catch the gallows. We take powder, and we end up like Sammy G. Oh, there's gotta be another way.
You got it. Should be smooth sailing from here. I'll meet you up ahead.